Hi, this is Leslie Goldman, and it's really great to be with you all at San Diego State Earth Day. I read a poem this morning that begins, I am the crack. I'm the crack between people. I'm the crack in all people. I'm not all I'm cracked up to be. May I be the last crack on earth. This was part of the opening ceremony here at San Diego State Earth Day. I have a number of projects that I'd like to communicate to the students of San Diego State. We're at a time right now in San Diego where a lot of the local farmers are facing a 30% water cutback. And it's like local farming and local organic farming in San Diego isn't a priority. It's like most people don't even understand that a lot of local farmers are suffering, especially the ones that are growing things naturally. Like as an example, this is a chemical-free paper here on this table, which helps a farmer conserve water. It's one of the things we can do. But most of us today treat water, and even our drinking water, like it has no value. It's just, there's a whole nother kind of consciousness that's needed. So how can we harmony? How can we get in harmony and raise the level of consciousness? And that's what I'm suggesting. I have a number of things I want to share with the students. One is a project here called KEEP the BEET. And see, most of us think no matter what we were born into, we think that how could we be a gardener? We're a student. How do we have time to garden? Well, all I'm saying is if you take a good quality beet that you can get from a local farmer's market or a health food store, a health foods, like a Whole Foods, you take that beet and put it in a pot like this with the best soil possible. You grow the beet and you will get beet greens. This is an example of a live food that every student could get into the idea that they are a gardener. Like as it says here, one person, one pot, I'm a gardener, keep the beet. So what is the beet? The beet is the beet that this generation today at San Diego State Earth Day wants to hear. It's the beet that goes through all growing things and all human beings. It's the beet of growing things. And I feel that if we all would just grow like one beet in a pot and keep the beet, it would get us back on course as students, as people in society, growing our dreams, growing and becoming sensitive to needs of farmers, becoming sensitive to the needs of others, indigenous people, and realize that we're indigenous ourselves to the earth. So Keep the BEET is one of the main projects. Okay, this is called Planned Parenthood. It's all about doing and growing and getting back to having a real university education. There's a lot of things we can learn on campus, but there's a lot of things that we learn by getting in touch with nature. A plant, it needs good sun, it needs good air, it needs water, it needs good soil. That means we also need good soil. We need to take our shoes off on a day like Earth Day and walk on the grass and feel the earth under our feet. Whatever it takes to grow a plant, we need to do, because part of us is a plant too, just like Luther Burbank said in his book, Planting the Human Plant in 1906. It's just like what it takes to grow a plant, we need to grow. So that's one of the main projects I'm suggesting, Keep the BEET. There's one more that I'd like to share. This is what I call the silver box. A lot of people are into how beautiful the box is. They go into school being driven along thinking that there's a little carrot, there's a silver box. But many of us today are realizing that the beauty of life cannot be defined by how beautiful the box is. So I'm saying, let's open the box. And I call these the deepest dreams of humanity. These are called Job's tears. They grow around the world, and they were actually the original love beads of the 60s in the United States, but they're food in the Orient, they're used in drums in Africa. We had a beautiful group here singing today called The Goddess. I don't exactly have the name exactly right, but I got this beautiful string of beads. See, that's got the same bead in there. This is a bead that I grow in my community only 4 blocks away, called the Enchanted Garden Intentional Community. It's called Job's Tears. We could, what I'd like to encourage students to do is plant your dream. Take your dreams out. Take the dreams out of the box, put them in a pot and grow it. And as a project, grow a necklace. That's my second project that I'd like to see people do. Any questions? Okay, and let me just say, I'd also, one of my dreams is, I'd like to see, in the 80s, when I used to spend a lot of time at San Diego State, there used to be a student-run co-op. I'd like to see that come back. I'd like to see the students have an opportunity. They could start by supporting local farmers, like for instance Joe Rodriguez, who has a CSA. That means community supported agriculture. Because of the fact that the farmers are under 30% less water, every unit of food counts, which means a lot of people are helping the farmers by joining CSAs. And that means the students, or a group of students, or a group could buy a box of food, and that's something that they can do. Another thing I'd like to point out, just in conclusion, when I graduated in college, when I graduated, I was totally crippled. I graduated in journalism. Today, I found my niche, which I write every day on the Plant Your Dream blog. I have about 690,000 page views. I'm going to be writing about San Diego State. I'm going to put your picture up there, Harmony, because it's really great to seeing how when I was in journalism, I had won some national awards for my writing, but you have the greatest tools. It's like you could get a message out to anybody. And the man, when I left college, I went to Escondido and I learned about health from this man named Bernard Jensen. And he died in '01, but his centennial is going to be in San Diego. And I'd like to invite you and the other students to come and find out what was this man teaching about how to keep the beat and how to read the eyes and how to do things in touch with nature. So that's what my message is. We can be crippled, but we can. I'm 60 years old now, and we could continue to get healthier. And I'm so proud of the students of San Diego State. It's great to be back on campus and to, in one way or another, encourage the students to keep the beat.